Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Kofi, and today we are going to be looking at the different types of patterns we have out there. The way you decide to part your hair will determine how your locks will come out. It will determine the entire journey of your locks. So basically choosing the right method when starting your locks is very, very important. Very, very important. Things are more than just lines on your scalp. They determine how your hair will grow, how your hair will look, how your hair will fall, the overall appearance of your locks, and the overall experience you get during your lock journey. So choosing the right method, again, is very, very important. Next, let's look at some common parting methods we have out there. So we can start with the grade method, the break method, the C-shape method, and lastly, the natural or organic method. So taking first, we'll be looking at the grade method. The grade method is basically perfect squares. They usually look like perfect squares. I'll drop an image so you can see. They look like perfect squares. They give a uniform look, a uniform professional look. And if you are a person who likes neatness, the great pattern is for you. It gives a overall neatness of your locks. The downside with the great pattern is it makes your hair look very thin and it exposes your scalp, which may give the illusion of your hair being thin. So I would just suggest the great pattern for people who want like micro locks. Or if you are in a professional settings, you can get a great pattern that will help you because that can last and it will be very, very neat. Next, we'll be looking at the break method. The break method is similar to that of the grade method. They are stacked like a what's the name? A brick wall. Yes, they are just like a brick wall. That's how the brick method looks. Basically, they are like a brick wall. So the log above falls right between two logs below. They makes your logs look very full. So if you want that kind of full log, you go for the grade method. It's a balance between neatness and fullness. It's in the middle. So but it's not as neat as the grade method. And another thing, over time, your grays might shift because of hair growth and other stuffs, change of loctician and other stuffs. So with the grade method, it looks full, but neatness, it depends on your loctician and how long you maintain your hair. Next, we're going to the C-shaped method. The C-shaped method usually is done with a crescent curve like half moon. So creating that kind of flow on your locks, it gives that your locks that kind of full look too also. So with that, when your locks grows, maintaining that pattern is also hard because your locks might grow out, hair might grow out of your locks when you do that pattern. It's not really, really neat if you have, but just say if you have like a curly hair type, really, really curly hair type, a C-shape method is for you because you can create new locks every time because some hair might grow out of your locks and you can use the C-shape method to create new locks. Yes. And lastly, we're looking at the, what's the name? The natural slash organic method. The natural slash organic method is basically you just leave your hair to do its thing. You don't really rush the hair. Leave it. You don't put it in gray, break, or a C-shape method. You let your hair takes its original form, like the way it wants to fall down. You leave it alone. So the natural slash organic method, usually if you're trying to get a free form or semi-free form look, you can get that method. I will drop videos of each of the videos and pictures of each of their patterns so that you can see. So with the natural slash organic method, if you want to do free form or semi-free form, with the semi-free form, you can tell opticians to just freestyle on the patterns. So that's like a natural or organic. That your hair gives, your hair looks very unique. One advantage of the natural slash organic pattern, your hair looks unique. No one can have your pattern because it's just how your hair grows. So it's very unique. The natural organic pattern. After looking at all of the methods, let's just summarize them up. So with grade comes with neatness. So if you're a person in a professional setting and you want to have locks, grade method look very neat. Or if you have sister or micro lock, the grade method is very nice for you. With the braid method, it gives fullness and neatness, but the neatness is not all that. So if you want your locks to look full, you go for the grade method. With the C-shape method, it gives a specific kind of flow. So your locks are a flow state. Yes. And with the natural slash organic method, your locks are going to be unique. I just want to say something. Each of this method, they have their pros and cons. And when choosing either of them, it may determine on your lifestyle, your hair type. Yes. So I would just say that when you are trying to get your locks done, there are three things you need to look at, which is your hair type and texture, your lifestyle, and how long you want to take to maintain your locks. Yes, how long can you give on maintaining your locks? So you should look at all of that when trying to choose a specific pattern method when doing your locks. Yes. And I would say also there is no like best pattern method. Each has its pros and cons. So based on that, you should decide the best one you can get. Ask your loctician questions, test your hair type to see how you can best find the best lock for you. Thank you guys for today's episode. I'd like to hear your thoughts and your comments on this video. I'll also be dropping more videos about hair type and how to maintain your hair. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe, please.